back to African Tea. Thank you for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some K-drama recommendations, some of my favorite Korean dramas to date. So I did a part 1, so please check it out at the card up above when you're done watching this video. So the first K-drama that I recommend is The World of the Married. This one is probably, and I'm not exaggerating, the best ever drama I've ever watched ever in my whole life. The World of the Married is about the world of the married, so it's basically a plot that surrounds these couples, these married couples, and the plot is so intense. Like every episode keeps you on your toes. You're just like on the edge the whole time. From episode 1 to episode 16, it like grabs your attention. I always hear critics using the word gripping to describe novels and shows, but this one is like the definition of gripping. Like it's just amazing. But then it mainly surrounds this couple, which is a woman who is a family doctor and a man who is pursuing becoming a director, a TV show director. So it's just surrounding this couple specifically. It just takes you on the journey as the couple like discovers stuff about each other, and like, you know, it's just like so many mind games as well. It's just so gripping. Like after every episode, like I could feel like the tension in my chest. Like after every episode, like I had to like cool down because it's that gripping. And if you want a drama that has you always shouting at the characters in the TV screen, this is it, because you get so invested in the plot. It's just amazing. The second drama that I want to recommend is It's Okay to Not Be Okay. And this drama stars, I forgot his name, but he was in My Love from Another Star. It's an amazing show. I mean, it gets kind of slow like throughout, but it's a very poignant show. Like it deals with a lot of issues about mental health, because the story kind of revolves around this mental health hospital or mental health institute. So you get to see all of these characters deal with all the mental health issues, and highlights the importance of mental health, highlights the importance of dealing with past traumas and just breaking out of those things. It's very interesting to see that being talked about in a Korean drama, because they hardly talk about issues with mental health. It's Okay to Not Be Okay is basically about these two kids who are like little kids, and then they crossed paths, and then one kid went through some trauma. Like both of them went through some traumas, and it's the story finding out how the traumas are linked, and just like them now grown up, and then they meet again by accident, of course. They're forced to deal with these traumas and like just discover themselves. And also this drama, the side characters have very interesting plots that will also like pull you in and intrigue you, and like you'll never get bored. The female lead is very expressive and she says what she wants. This drama, It's Okay Not to Be Okay, has the best last episode in all of like the dramas I've watched. The last episode is so wholesome, and it just like ties everything together in like a neat little bow, and you also get to see how each of the stories for every character, even the side characters, ends up. There's like an end, and it's a end that you're like, okay, I'm okay with this drama ending. Like I am satisfied. You're not like, oh no, I wish there was a season 2, or like, oh no, what happened? So like I definitely recommend this drama. And also the soundtrack, the official soundtrack OST of the drama is so good. My favorite song off of it is In Silence by I forgot who it's by, but it's In Silence, and it's also good. And also Sam Kim sings Breathe, which is also a soundtrack from the song, and it's also really good. So definitely check it out. And also the actors are very visually pleasing, so yeah, definitely watch it. The third drama is Hospital Playlist. Hospital Playlist is about these 5 doctors who are friends. So it's basically surrounding their lives, and then these doctors also in their spare time have like a band where they don't perform for anyone, but they just like singing songs and practicing together. So it's just like surrounding the stories basically, and in this hospital. The show sometimes gets confusing because there are all these patients, so sometimes it's hard to keep up with the patients' storylines. So that might get confusing, but I don't think the patients' storylines are that important. Just like focus on the doctors. So this drama is kind of comedic, but in like a very subtle way. It's kind of funny, but in a subtle way. It's like a very, very wholesome storyline, and you get really attached to the characters. Like you feel like you're a part of the friend group in some weird way. So I really enjoyed it. And also the official soundtrack for Hospital Playlist is also really amazing. Like I think the OST for the drama did even better than the drama itself. It has these Grey's Anatomy meets Friends vibes in a way. So that might be interesting to watch, but definitely give it some time. More like up to like the second episode, maybe that's when you'll get attached. The fourth drama is Extracurricular. Extracurricular is just a whole whirlwind of emotions, and just it's just so crazy, but it's so well written. It also tackles a lot of taboo topics, surrounds these high school kids who are just going through the most in their lives, that things that kids shouldn't be going through, and just how they have to like fend for themselves. One kid, she's like a rich kid. Her parents are like forcing her to go on the straight and narrow path, but she doesn't feel free. She feels very suffocated, and she's like trying to like break out of that in her own weird like way. And then there's this kid who's alone and doesn't have like anyone to look after him, and then there's this other kid who's also alone, but she has like an aunt or something, but like the aunt doesn't really take care of her or something. So it's just like all these kids going through stuff and how they make it through. And I know the way I describe it sounds very grim, but it's a lot more to it than that, and I think you should definitely watch it. Like you get really angry at the characters, because like all the characters, even the main characters, are like people that you don't necessarily like it's not like the writer wants you to empathize, or the writer does want you to empathize with them, but the writer doesn't make you like them unconditionally. Like you see a lot of flaws in these characters. So it's a very complex plot that I think you'd really enjoy. And also this drama also keeps you on your toes for the most part. It's so intense, like and it's so kind of weird. It's like a very weird drama. It's very abstract and just like dark. It's very dark and like gory at times, but it's good. Just try it out. I enjoyed it, but at the end I was like, what did I just watch? But at the same time I enjoyed it. I really hope there'll be a season 2. The fifth drama is Be Melodramatic. Be Melodramatic is the most dry humor-esque drama I've ever seen, but then at the same time it's kind of like the most realistic drama I've ever seen. It doesn't have these elaborate plot. It just shows lives of these young adults, and they're like all roommates. One of the main person that it surrounds, she is a writer, so it's just her pursuing her writing dream. And then one of the other ones is director, a documentary director, and then the other one is just works for this filming company, so she works with marketing and like product placement in shows and stuff. And then the other one's a musician, so they're all in like the film TV industry, and it's just them just going about their day and just pursuing their careers and dealing with stuff. And it's very realistic and just mellow, and I like it. The sixth drama is Chicago Typewriter. And Chicago Typewriter is a drama about these people who kind of like knew each other in their past life when Japan was trying to colonize Korea. So they were freedom fighters at that time in that past life. So then they meet again in this life. And the one female lead still has dreams about her past life. Then when she meets the person that was in the past life, she's like, hey, don't I know you from somewhere or something? When they meet each other, it's just them trying to figure out what happened in their past lives. There's like a lot of mystery as to how that past life ended. So now they're just trying to figure out what exactly happened. Because I think they said something like it's bound to happen again. So they're like trying to prevent it. I'm not sure if I remember this correctly. But like the whole point of the plot is to figure out what happened in the past life. When I first saw the synopsis on Netflix, I thought it was like a very historical drama, that was very serious, but it's not like that at all. When I started watching it, I was like, hey, why didn't I watch this before? And now it's actually like my favorite drama. The male lead actor acts in this other horror movie that came out. He's a very versatile actor, so I'm pretty sure like you'll enjoy his performance in this drama as well. I almost forgot this drama, so I had to come back and film again, but this one is amazing. It's called Flower of Evil, and it stars Lee Jung-gi, who was the male lead in Scarlet Heart, and it is amazing. It's like kind of like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the movie. I don't know if you remember that movie. And it's just so, it's like a thriller and like a mystery and just like so, and like it's really great. What the plot is, it's about this woman who is a detective and this man who has like this past that he's trying to hide, but then now the woman has been assigned to investigate the case that her husband like did, but then he's assumed a new identity, so he's like trying to hide his past. So then now the wife is the one who has to like investigate his past self, like investigate like what he did in the past. So it's just like that dilemma of what's going on, and the wife has no idea what's going on, and just like it's just so intense, and it's like a really well written plot. It definitely grabs your attention, and it's definitely up there in like my top 3 favorite Korean dramas. Okay, so those are all my K-drama recommendations and my favorite Korean dramas to date. I made a part 1 titled Geeking Out About Korean Dramas for 12 minutes straight or something. Definitely check it out again in the card up above. Thank you for watching, and make sure to check out my other videos while you wait for me to release another one. Bye. Enjoy your week.